Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm John.
Welcome to our series on the 2024 zoning amendments. We thank you for tuning in and hope you find this information extremely helpful. This episode will look at the final proposed zoning amendment number 8, which reads verbatim: amend section 304, the zoning map, and Article 14 to create a Fairgrounds Road residential overlay district, which would supplement existing requirements to mirror the dimensional requirements of the single-family residential zone, where public water and public sewer are available, and to also allow single-family detached, single-family attached, and two-family dwellings as permitted uses. This would overlay portions of the agricultural and highway commercial districts, roughly covering properties along both sides of Fairgrounds roads stretching west from Main Street to the old Fairgrounds site, and as far north as the Plymouth town line. Well, John, would you like to run us through that in a little more depth?
Absolutely. So this last of our amendments pertains to a zoning overlay. So what is this that we're talking about here? So a little bit of background first. What we're trying to do is think about what areas of town would benefit from more housing and what areas of town have the capacity through utilities, for example, to take more housing and have a little bit more housing density. And if you look at our master plan, if you look at our public outreach in the year-long process leading up to this point, you'll find that one of the areas that was targeted for this by many people in considering these issues is Fairgrounds Road. So what we're proposing here is a zoning overlay. So much of this current area of Fairgrounds Road is currently in the ag zone, and so we're not proposing to take away any of the rights of property owners in the ag zone, but we're giving them the opportunity, if they wish, to instead use the regulations put forth in this overlay. So anything within that section on this overlay map, which you can refer to separately, will be open to development with these other regulations. So you get to choose. Either use the current ag zone regulations or use the overlay regulations. And you can't mix and match. So for example, what we're talking about for the overlay is allowing for a greater density of housing, dimensional requirements echoing what we have in single-family residential, and housing types as well that are mostly in line with what we have in single-family residential. And so what you could not do, for example, is say, I want to do this non-housing related sort of development using the dimensional requirements of this overlay. It's either one or the other. But it does allow, where we do have these utilities in place and some space, and quite frankly in the last several years now and decades, new housing going in, to continue that pattern and to facilitate it with some regulations that are a bit more friendly to development in that area, while still maintaining a character that is in keeping with residential development within Plymouth. And that wraps up proposed amendment number 8 and our zoning amendments for this year.
Thanks, John. We hope you found this mini-series on the proposed zoning amendments for 2024 very helpful. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact the Planning Department, Planning Board, and use the information provided here on your screen. Thank you again for tuning in to this mini-series for the proposed zoning amendments. We hope to hear your voice at the upcoming public hearings December 7th and January 4th, both at 6:30 p.m. at the Town Hall. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.